Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. My name is BINTI HISHAM and I'm gladly to say welcome to Pixel 2020 virtual presentations. So my supervisor is Dr. Nur Fariza Ibrahim, my examiner is Dr. Tan Tian Ping, and Associate Prof. Dr. Mahmud Kaur Mahinderjit Singh. And my project title was Fake News Detection on Social Media Networks. So for the introduction, I can say that fake news is an inaccurate, sometimes sensationalistic reports that is accurate to gain attention, mislead, deceive, or damage a reputation. Unlike misinformation, which is inaccurate because a reporter have confused fact, and fake news is corrected with the intent to manipulate someone or something. Fake news can separate quickly when it provides this information that is aligned with the audience point of view, because such content is not likely to be questioned or discounted. In the recent years, the internet have provided a low-cost distribution channel for fake news. Posting fake news in the discussions forums, website comment fields, blog and social media website require a little, if any, technical know-how. Social media website in particular have proven to be an easy venue for distribution fake news. Bogus story can be tweeted or posted from a mobile smartphone and quickly distributed to a large audience through the retweet and sharing. Although some creator and distributor of fake news have political or social agenda, others are more entrepreneurial, using a fake news that appeal to recipient on an emotional level to make money from digital advertising placed around the content. When a fake news is used to spread propaganda, it can be dangerous. In addition to shaping public opinion and behavior, it can also cause mistrust, encourage distance, and deflect attention from the real news. So, in the response to criticism about failing to curb the distribution of fake news during 2016 presidential election in the United States, Facebook and Google have taken steps to crack down on this information. They have formed a coalition called First Draft and are working with the major media outlets to educate internet users about how to spot a fake news. They are also working with the third party to create independent fake news checking website, are exploring ways to identify and label news story that cannot be identified, much like the way Wikipedia editor label entries they feel should be questioned. So on the internet, news that is created with the intent to deceive often have a poor grammar, misspelling words, is made using a racial language, or have excessive number of capital letter and exclamation point. To verify the accuracy of a news story, it can be useful to query a search engine in order to confirm that legitimate traditional news sources are also covering the story. So fake news stories often have only one source. Another strategy for identifying fake news is to check the host site domain name and URL. Often fake news will appear to have legitimate sounding domain name. So problem statement, as the technology grow in the spreading fake news is much faster, with one clicking away the news already everywhere. So for example, clickbait, as it is catching and easily shareable, the public are more intended to share and then to check. And then the challenge that is the human fact checker can keep up with the amount of misinformation and the speed at which it spreads. And then also is most of the fake news checking where is are still using a manual fact checking method, where the related needs news to be checked by the professional experts, and the method is able to deliver the accuracy and transparency of the news. However, in the vast spreading news in the world, so the time is become one of the challenges. So this is motivates me and other researchers or worlds demanding in improving fake news detection. So the project objective here was is WHATSFAKE have two objectives, which are to provide fact-checking system on a small-scale social media by using supervised machine learning. So with the fake news detection system for WHATSFAKE, the user will be able to check the news whether is it true or false by searching the keywords or topic related. For this project, I'm using supervised machine learning, which are support vector machines (SVM) and also random forest. And then these objectives can be achieved in the checker module. I will explain more about my module diagram. So and then for the second objective is to detect or verify, we can say it's to clarify information and provide visualization on the system. So the analytic dashboard we provide well explained information. This can also facilitate human understanding and bring more perspective from describing the time sensitive data. So this is my module diagram. Fake news detection in a social media. WHATSFAKE have three module: information pools, checker modules, and analytic dashboard modules. So for information module pool, where all the streaming tricks, because I get the data from the Twitter, where all the streaming tricks happens from Twitter. And then also the checker module is where the task of matching and checking fake news happens. And analytic dashboard module is where the processes news will be shown in the graph and also chart. Okay, this is my architecture diagram. They consist of three main module: info pool module, checker module, analytics also. So the first one, information pools module, when the user search keywords of the topic, the system will stream the tweets with the Twitter MPI and keeping the result in the database and display the result. And for the checker module, the system will classify the news that has been streaming for Twitter API, and the dataset that is collected will undergo the data cleaning process, machine learning model and classifications. Then it will show the result is either horse or rails, and all these dataset we keep in the database after being classified. Okay, and then the last but not least is the analytic dashboard module. This is part where the user is able to see and interact with the data graph and chart. Okay, so for the conclusion for this part, before I'm showing my demonstration, so the lesson that I get from this and the challenge that I get from this is data trading and testing. And the second one is self-learning Python, because I'm using a Python to undergo machine learning parts, and also the integration Python and PHP where I'm putting together all of this. So for the future work, I can say is improving the accuracy in detection fake news. Okay, so for the demo part, this is a WHATSFAKE website, and this is the main page with info pool module happen, where all the streaming tweets happen. Here it will show 10 most recent tweets, and each tweet will have the time, date, creator, and the content of the post, and who posts the tweets, and how many the followers and friends of this user account, and the listed means how many public user keeps this user around in the personal list. So for example, here I pick two Malaysian politicians, which are Hanayo, and then another one is from the local news in Malaysia is bernama.com. Okay. For the second page is the dashboard, analysis dashboard, where all the processor data are visualized here. And for now, I'm able to display the graph and chart, where it's content of type of chart, and all the dataset is collected will be categorized in facts, either facts, satire or bias. And the second one is the label versus type, where we can see all the dataset, how many dataset has been processed. And the third one is a 20 most frequency occurring biogram, where the biogram we can see how many the frequently of words has been processed. And then the fourth one is most frequently occurring trigram. Okay, so the third module is the checker module. This page is where the checker module happen, where the user is able to search of the topics, keyword, and the system will show the result type of article, whether it is type of articles means that how many the data has been collected and categorized in the satire, bias, or the real one, the facts one. And then the facts or real is will stated here. It is either the news contents, the result one, is it fake or real. And the last one column is a source, where the news has been located. And And then for the example here, if the user enter the word help, so when the clicking button of search, it will show all the result is either facts or reels, and then where is the source from. So this is how the news content will look like and do display, where the I think this is where the public will see the progress and also the content. So this is it, for example, just as amount the economy sector listed as an essential allowed to remain open during the lockdown from 1st June and until to 4th June. Okay, and then we show you how the fake one is like from the Malaysia Chronicles, which is the type of a category of article is the bias, and how can this be the COVID-19 get more and more scarier, which is a bias category.